Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and today we are going to be taking on the first Shinryu fight. So this will kind of be a guide as to like how to beat it, what the mechanics are, kind of see my team build and how I'm getting through it. Just so you guys know, typically I take the path of least resistance, so I try to put what I think are some of the more OP combinations you can do out there. Now, as a little side note, for this particular set of missions, there were some like missions that if you don't check your mission tab, you might not have seen. So technically, to get all the rewards on this, you have to have Kain in your party and not bring a friend. There's just some tickets tied to that. So when I do these, if they, I don't know if they do that for like all the Shinryus or just this one because it's part of a story quest, but I'm going to do like just what you need to do to get the main reward. So as long as you just beat it and get it perfect, you can use any team, any setup, any friend, and you'll get the main rewards like the 4-stone, which is like the main thing you want. That's what I'm going to base these videos on. I'm not going to try to do challenge runs, things like that. Little side note, I did misread the mission, and I thought I had to bring full synergy. So I actually got this done with Kain, Penelo, and Kain. And I actually beat it, perfected it with that team. So if you want to try synergy run, that team did work. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to run Garnet just because she's still very OP. She's going to make the damage numbers crazy. I'm going to try doing some shenanigans with Sisne and off-turn damage during my force time. So we're going to see if we can make that work. So let's go ahead and hop in and see what we can do during this fight. Penelo and Kain are extremely important for this. To me, like, starting your team with Kain and Penelo is the path of least resistance. And then you can make different arguments on who your slot 3 is. I have seen people do a lot of Laguna runs. Laguna is very good for this as well. So he's definitely an option you can run as well. So I'm going to go ahead with Garnet here. Garnet, I'm just going to do the setup I like to do. I like to open with an Aquamarine. Then I like to go into an AA. And then I like to go into the burst attack right away. Actually, we're going to go ahead and throw a debuff on too. That debuff should still be on when I go into force time. And I want to just make sure that Vera's punishment is built up for that. I did actually bring a couple of heal calls. So for those of you that aren't sure how the mechanics work on this, I'll kind of explain it as we go. But the enemy's force gauge has 3 tiers on it. Each threshold that they hit, it's going to start doing an aura HP poison that you can't avoid. So really your way around it is you just have to have like consistent healing and ways to deal with that. The enemies, when they have their force time active, they're going to start doing like be very aggressive, do more powerful attacks. And if they ever put your HP at 30% or lower, they take a free turn and insta-kill that character. So that's really what we're watching out for here. With Kain, what I think I want to do is I kind of want to get Kain up in the air fast, but I think I want his burst effect up like right away. So let's just get the burst effect up. We're stacking Garnet and Kain's burst effect. My goal is I want to get into my first force time with both of their burst effects up. Well, I think I'm actually going to take out Garnet for Sisne. I know that sounds crazy, but I really want to abuse it with Penelo and do a bunch of damage. You'll see how this works. I talked about it in my Penelo guide. I did a little bit in my Kain guide, so you might already know what I'm talking about. But we'll see. Penelo here... yeah, I don't know. I'm going to use the AA here. Just because I know it's 13 turns. I'm going to burn a lot of it on free turns, but I just wanted to kind of use that. Since it's free, she only has 1 use of it. I'm going to have plenty of haste rumbas and regen waltzes. I'm going to charge my gauge up a little bit, but I'm okay with Kain going fairly early here. Actually, I'm going to haste rumba, and then I think I'm just going to go right into the LD and just get all my buffs up. We'll give up the turn right away. That's fine. Because, like, before I take a bunch of free turns, I would like to get Kain up in the air at least once and do a round of Kain up in the air. Okay, so we're going to do that. I think we're good with just Aquamarine here. Keeping that force gauge up. We'll try to get this done with 1 force gauge, but we might have to do 2. I think in my run I did with this team, I think I took 19 turns. I think I did the force gauge twice. I don't remember for sure. Alright, so Kain now... yeah, I want to get Kain up in the air, so let's go ahead and use his AA. Okay, and then we're going to use Kain's LD. Actually, I probably shouldn't use the AA with his burst effect up. That's okay, though. He's going to be up in the air. We're going to get plenty of mileage out of that burst effect. Kain's burst effect just does, like, generic buffs. It's not, like, anything crazy. But it's good. I mean, when you're adding buffs on it, it's always good. He just doesn't, you know, it's not like Sephiroth or like Laguna that have like crazy effects tied to it. But it's always good to have burst effects up because you're getting buffs. Okay, so now that I've got him up in the air, I'm going to go ahead and force charge a little bit here. And basically, I just want to make sure that before Kain drops from this, I'm going to have force gauge ready to go. So Penelo, I'm going to do a little bit of charging here. We'll always take these free EXs. If I do this right, I'm going to be getting double follow-up attacks during force time, and Penelo is going to be doing like insane EX damage. Just in her showcase, I was doing over 4 mil per attack with her EX. So we'll see if I can get something like that to go here. Yeah, let's just keep charging. I'd say I want to get that charged up to like, I don't know, 75 to 80. Penelo's going to have one more turn before Kain comes, so I can kind of charge as much as I want here, and then I'll give up a turn. I think what I'll do is I will just do an attack here. Yeah, let's just do an attack. We'll do the battery attack there. Good. Okay. Alright, and then Garnet. I don't think I need to do anything crazy here with Garnet, so I think we can just continue the Aquamarine. Alright. Enemies will take a turn. That's fine. Oh, actually, no, we broke in front. Alright, so now this is Penelo's last turn before Kain comes, so we do want to force charge the rest of the way through. So, yep, let's EX. The other great thing that, like, Penelo is always good at was you could free turn into EX. Well, now it's even better because the free turns are actually being really productive with force charging. And then I'm just getting off these big EX attacks in between, which is really nice. Alright, let's Rumba. I need to make sure that gauge is fully charged. And then we're going to be dropping some shenanigans. Yes, we will. Okay. And yep, they still have Vieira's Punishment on. We still have Garnet's Burst Effect. We still have Kain's Burst Effect. Garnet's Burst Effect isn't going to come into play, though. So we are going to be dropping damage because we're going to lose Garnet's auras, but I think overall we're going to net more damage with the setup I'm about to try here. This is actually my first time trying this exact setup. I did this a lot differently on my run. Okay, so now we should be good. We're at 95.6. I don't know if I want to blow off an LD here. I think I'm going to save the LD. I'm going to do one more charge just to be safe. I just want to make sure we 100% have it. Okay. And then we've got the summon up as well. Okay, you can combo force time with summons and burst if you want to. Okay, so I'm actually going to leave her EX up. I think... No, we are going to use the EX, actually. Yes, let's use it. So her EX will do crazy damage during force time, but it doesn't charge the gauge as much as her 15 and 35. Her 15 and 35 charge the force time multiplier like insane amounts, like 50 to 55%. So that's what we're really going to be going for here. I'm going to be burning out a ton of her skills doing this, but I want to see if we can't just like get a flat nuke here. This is a very different strategy than on my other run. So if this doesn't work, we'll just hop back in and do it a different way, but I'm kind of curious to try this out. All right, Garnet, let's pop an LD. I think this is a decent time to pop an LD, sure. No! Oh, I messed up. Dang it. Okay. I'm going to have to wait for another Garnet turn. I was not supposed to LD there. That's fine. We'll just go a little bit deeper. We'll let Kain just putz around and take a couple turns here. Okay, this will still work out. It's just going to be like one turn later than how I wanted to set it up. This is fine because their Vieira's Punishment will still be on. Yeah, because it'll go down to 1, but it'll be fine. Yeah, I kind of messed that up. I was going to bring in Sisney there, but that's okay. So I won't initiate force time yet. But I could do an LD and delay, or an EX and delay, which actually sounds pretty good right now. So yeah, let's go ahead and EX and delay. We'll delay and launch. We're letting the enemy force gauge get pretty high. So the bad part about this setup is like I'm going to come out of force and they're going to have like a pretty full force gauge. But we'll just make sure we can kind of deal with that as we go through. Alright, so Penelo here, she really doesn't need to do anything crazy. So yes, let's just go ahead and take the launch damage here. I mean, this is kind of good because we're getting them a little bit lower. I want to like really burst them down. The problem is I'm going to burst them down. They're going to be really angry when they have their force gauge. But I can hopefully just use my summon and burst time around that and just try to, you know, get around it that way. Okay, so now Garnet's up. So now Garnet is going to actually trade into Sisney. Sisney is going to go ahead, and I kind of want to use her AA, actually. Let's do it just to get some stats out there. And then we're obviously going to go LD, because that's what we want her for, is this. So her LD follow-ups are range damage, which does help buffer our force time. Or not our force time, but our force damage, our force multiplier. Alright, now we're going into our big mode here. The problem is, alright, so Kain, we need him up in the air. The enemies are about to take turns, so this is actually kind of scary. But we want to do LD, we need his full stacks. And then I want to go force time and then jump right away. And I don't want to give him turns right now. So we're going to go force time. Or actually, no, this is good. Yeah, we can go force time. Because it's going to, like, it's going to stop their force gauge. So they're just going to take normal turns. So that's actually fine. Because I was tempted to go into summon here also, but I don't need to. Because we're going to cancel out their force gauge. Yep. Okay, now we're in force time. And they should be getting shut down here. And now we're instantly, like, buffering. Yep, we're halting. And we're buffering our HP damage bonus already. Okay, now we're going to get Kain up in the air. Let's do it. Okay. Kain's up in the air. We're going to be doing follow-ups, which is going to be buffing our force gauge. That's going to be buffing our HP damage bonus. And then what we do with Penelo is we're literally just doing the free turn attacks. And she does huge multipliers to that gauge. Oh, alright. Ignore the low battery. We're going to make it through this video before. Dude, OBS just drains my phone like nobody's business. It's crazy. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is we are going to haste Rumba and regen waltz. The X does good damage but doesn't charge as much. So what we're going to do is we're just going to use this. Watch the charge we're going to get on this now. 55% charge. So now we get this going, and then our follow-ups are going to be going crazy. Wait, did Kain not do his follow-up there? Hold on. Kain should be following up in my... Oh yeah, there it goes. Okay. Maybe he did it before and I missed it. But look at that, 1 mil. Now, Sisney's not following up, but she will be, so hold up. I just want to get this charge up a little bit. We got 7 turns here. I just want to really get the HP damage bonus up. And then we're going to do something crazy here, okay? I want to get to like 400. Let me do one more. And then we're going to have, this is going to be half of our force time just charging the HP damage bonus. So let's just do that. Okay, we're at about 400. So now I'm going to start going crazy. All right, 400 looks pretty good to me. So now, when we do intercession, this is going to start doing crazy damage. We got 5 turns of this. So yeah, 3.5 mil. And now we're getting Sisney with it. And Sisney's doing a bunch of damage. And then Kain is doing a bunch of damage. Okay, now we're going to top that off with a Bahamut summon. And because we have Bahamut summon, we have unlimited EX uses. So we're going to spam the entire summon with intercessions. And we're going to get 4 of these in a row. And they're going to be doing like darn near 4 mil a shot. So we're just going to start melting these. Oh, that one didn't do as much. 2.6 is still good damage though. And then 800k from Sisney. And then almost 2 mil from Kain AoE. Look at the melting we're doing right now. Intercession. Intercession. Let's do it. Let's go. Melt. Melt away. 2.7 mil with follow-ups. Sisney now is approaching a mil AoE. Kain's still doing over a mil AoE. 2 mil AoE. Look at us. We're just melting them. Now, I'm going to be really bummed if we like come out of this and the enemies just stomp us. But I'm thinking I've still got a burst phase coming. I could still force charge. I don't know if I can get all the way into another force. But look at us just like melt these guys away. Okay. Alright. So I'm apparently out of intercessions, but we can Evanescence. That's going to do nice damage. Let's do that. LD. Refresh some bufferoonies here. How much damage is this going to do? This is our last force attack, by the way. Woof. 2.4 mil AoE. Give me them fat follow-ups. Thank you. Thank you. So I think we're just basically going to dump right into a Kain burst after this. Um, yeah, we're definitely just going to LD again here with Sisnake. Keep that going. We're doing pretty good here. We're only on turn 18, so not too bad. But just, yeah, we're not in force time anymore, so the damage isn't as crazy. And then what we're going to do here... well, see, I could start charging the force gauge here, right? So I'm almost thinking, let's do an ability recovery. Yeah, I might just start going crazy and, like, we could... I think... I mean, if I really want to go for this, right? I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to force charge all the way up here. Or force charge as much as I can. Because here's the thing. If I get into another force time, Kain can drop down and burst during force time, and this is GG. I'm pretty sure. So let's just... I mean, why not? We got the enemies close enough. Let's just burn Penelo out. And if the enemies outlast me, then that's GG to them. But I think we're going to get enough damage here if we get into another force time. They're going to activate their force time, but they're not going to, like, cut turns or anything. And we're already taking, like, insane HP poison damage, so... Yep. Okay, yep, the group... The thing is like, that group gaze, if that... Oh, that's right, and then we're going to get paralyzed. So that does mess with us a little bit. But we had enough of a turn buffer here. The problem is that I'm not going to be able to... I need to get a break on B so that I can get another turn with Kain. And we're going to need some healing here soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and pop the LD again. Kain, I believe, did bring a healing call, so I'll have to use that, I think. I mean, we almost got him done. I might not even need to go force time here. Okay. So, Kain, what do we got for calls here? So, I mean, let's use this. Because what's the HP requirement? 15? Okay. So, let's go ahead and use this. Okay, and there's the break on B. So, what I can do now is I can let Kain's turn finish. Actually, I want all the little bit... let me see. That's... Oh, Penelo will get her healing back. Let's go ahead and... Yeah, let's EX delay. We got that too, right? Let's EX delay here. I think we got this, guys. I think this is pretty much in the bag here. But yeah, we just nuked so hard with that combo. It was just crazy. Okay. Oh, we got paralyzed again. Okay. That's fine. Well, actually, that's not fine, because I wanted to charge there. Okay, well, let's go and do this. Okay, what's our HP looking like? Okay, we're actually within range right now, and he's got regen on. So let's... I think I'm just going to try to go burst here and finish it. I don't know, I kind of want to get in the force time, but by the time I get into force time... Yeah, we're going to do this. We just need a little bit of healing here. There we go. That should help. That should help. Okay, so damage-wise, I think we're okay. And then Kain, now let's just go burst and try to finish this thing off. Kain will still take poison damage during this. Alright, so we're going to start off with LD. I think we got this. The only thing that could mess us up is if Kain takes too much poison damage. Because, like, if his regen falls off, we're at 6. I think we're going to be okay. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay because he's going to keep regenning. So we'll do that. Let's hop up in the air here. I think we can finish this off. So, had the Paralyze not messed us up, I think I would have gotten into another force time. But this was basically a one-force run because we nuked so hard. And yeah, now we've basically got him dead, right? So we can just go crazy here. But as long as we meet the HP requirement, we're good. And I think his regen should stay through and we should be fine. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm just going to cancel out these launches. That's fine. And we are charging the force gauge too, but yeah, like, let me see. Are we still okay on HP? Oh, we're not okay on HP now. Okay. But he still has the regen, right? Hold on. HP. Yeah, he's got 5 turns HP regen. So I think the way it works out, I don't know, actually. No, we might miss HP here, guys. I'm still gonna upload this even if we miss HP, because you guys can see this team basically works. You just have to time it better so that, like, you're healed up more beforehand. If I wasn't doing this during the burst, I could have a call ready to go to heal that way. But yeah, Kain now, he's gonna poison out. Yeah, he's actually taking more from the poison. So all you'd want to do here is get the force, get your force time up, because my plan was to have their force time canceled during this, and then we wouldn't be taking all the poison damage. But yeah, we're gonna miss HP requirement because of it, but that's okay. I'm still gonna call this a run. You guys get the basic idea here. We did a huge nuke. We did a ridiculous huge nuke. So I mean, we still beat it. We just technically didn't perfect it here. But I've perfected it a couple times. But I wanted to try that new strat with the Cisne there, and that actually worked out pretty darn good. So anyways, guys, there you go. There's the Shinryu beaten. Let me know if you guys are struggling. If you're struggling with the Shinryu and need help, you can hop into my Discord. I put it in all of my videos. Yeah, so we didn't meet HP there, but you get the idea. We could have had that. We would have just had to time it differently to get that second force time. We would have been good to go. So anyways, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.